SGC here, and today's video is a first impression on Continuum Season 2, Episode 1. So first off, I have to say, I'm not quite sure how much time has passed since Season 1 ended and when Season 2 started. It feels like a couple of weeks or maybe even months have occurred, because I mean, Kira is now a vigilante, and she is going off the police force and doing her own thing, because she doesn't want to, like, entangle everybody else in, like, the restriction of the law and everything like that. And then we got Alec, who moved out of his house because of the letter that he read from his future self. And now he's holed up at some, like, crazy nerd fest place, and he actually is trying to get a job. And then for some reason, their relationship is weird. I mean, she left so many messages, and then, yeah. So, with that said, it feels sort of a disconnect with how Season 1 ended. Because, I mean, Season 1 ended with Kadame, like, blowing himself up, and then Kira sort of went invisible on that FBI agent, and then she, like, left. For some reason, it feels like she's very angry all of a sudden, and that she has no time for Carlos to, like, waste time. She wants to get down and dirty and just beat the crap out of Liberate and figure out the way out and get home. It really feels a, like, character development happened, but we didn't witness it. And I have to say, the first pretty much 3/4 of the episode was kind of like, what is happening? I feel like I just got, like, dropped in the middle of some crazy historical thing, and then I don't know the context behind everything or why people are doing the thing that they're doing. But at the end, when she actually, like, finally talks with Alec, and they still have a tension, but then it's more ease now that they're on the same page trying to help each other. But there's still that tension of, like, unknown what Alec said to himself, and Kira is clearly has her suspicion on this kid now. And then we also got Liberate, whose, like, craziness now is that Roger Cross, I don't remember his actual name in the story, but the black guy, the crazy black guy, got shot by Sonya, and he got, like, revived by himself, and now he's off in a jail with Alec's half-brother. So that's kind of crazy, because, I mean, Liberate only has 3 people left, which is like, whoa. So how are they going to run things now that we find out that they actually have cells that are political or militant? So Liberate has its strings to pull now, and that it's like, they will really work behind the scenes, because, I mean, that's how pretty much last season, the latter half of the season was set up. Like, Liberate went, like, away, and then all these like different cases that were actually linked to Liberate, but not really, or not quite sure how they were. And I guess this is how they're gonna play out with Season 2, with now that they're with them now saying that they have cells that they support and stuff. So that will be pretty interesting, as in, like, this thing will grow and grow, because I mean, Liberate will gonna be a pretty actual, like, organization rather than the 7 from the future. That's pretty much the plot points. I actually enjoyed this episode throughout, I guess. I mean, it's just happy to see that there's a Season 2, but the fact that we got dropped in this context of just sort of this weird character development is kind of like, what? I was sort of off by it. But beyond that, like, how the episode ended was just like, okay, now we know what future Alec talked to present Alec. And clearly now Alec, present Alec, has conflicting issues with what Kira wants to do. Kira wants to go back to the future that she came from. Alec is now on a mission to do something else with the future. And I think that's a crazy, like, conclusion. Because, I mean, for this episode anyway. I mean, at first I felt like, oh, this is like Fringe, where, like, Walter has good Walter and evil Walter from the other world. And this time it's just good Alec here and then bad Alec in the future. But now it feels like, no, there's actually, who's the real bad guy here? And I think that's pretty much, like, this entire series itself, is that there are no clear bad guys. Everyone has their own agenda for the sake of something good. Like, they have a goodness inside of them, but how they carry it out, like, Liberate obviously is more revolutionary and then trying to, like, maybe attack things, and then now you got people who are, like, more passive or active, I guess. But anyway, this season premiere could have been a lot better if things were more explained, maybe actually show the fallout from the get-go of what happened at the end of Season 1, and actually start from there, rather than like, oh, bloop, She's now a vigilante, and her relationship with Alec is totally messed up. And so yeah, that's pretty much it for this first impression. I enjoyed the series. I enjoyed the series, so I would totally watch the rest, despite the fact how this premiere did for me. Anyway, that's all. Continuum, Season 2, Episode 1, First Impression. See ya.